In this next video by P.T. Barnum, the great showman of the 19th century, he will discuss advertising. Now, I've split this series into 3 videos. This is the first, because this is the largest section from the book The Art of Money Getting, for a good reason. It's because Barnum was a master promoter, one of the best promoters in history, and he wants to talk about it. So let's get straight into the first clip about advertising.
We all depend upon the public for our support. We all trade with the public: lawyers, doctors, shoemakers, artists, blacksmiths, opera stagers, railroad presidents, and college professors. Those who deal with the public must be careful that their goods are valuable, that they are genuine and will give satisfaction. When you get an article which you know is going to please your customers and that when they have tried it, they will feel they have gotten their money's worth, then let the fact be known that you have it. Be careful to advertise it in some shape or other, because it is evident that if a person has ever so good an article for sale and nobody knows it, it will bring them no return. The whole philosophy of life is first sow, then reap. That is the way the farmers do. They plant their potatoes and corn and sow their grain and then go about something else, and the time comes when they reap. But they never reap first and sows afterwards. This principle applies to all kinds of business and to nothing more eminently than to advertising. If a person has a genuine article, there is no way in which they can reap more advantageously than by sowing to the public in this way. The person must, of course, have a really good article and one which will please his customers. Anything spurious will not succeed permanently, because the public is wiser than many imagine. People are selfish, and we all prefer purchasing where we can get the most for our money, and we try to find out where we can most surely do so.
There are 2 simple messages in Barnum's words. The first is, your article, product or service, must have a value to a group of people. If it does not have a value, it will not be purchased. That seems obvious, but many people don't really understand the core value of their product. And that isn't what it looks like, it's not what it does, it's how it makes someone feel or the benefit it gives them when they purchase it. Without understanding that core value, advertising will not work. That's the message you are putting out. This is the value to you, not to me. He then goes a step further, which again you could say is stating the obvious. He talks about the concept of reap and sow. He's saying you may have the best product and service in the world, but if you do not tell people, they will not buy it. That seems so obvious, but it is really a massive issue. I was with a group of students last week at the university, and I was interviewed at the end. They said, what's the biggest mistake businesses actually incur? I said, they don't sell. They don't put themselves out there into uncomfortable places, which is what selling is, and tell as many people as possible, the right people, about the value that they understand now about their product. They don't tell them, especially when they're stressed. They become into this kind of shell, and they start creating or looking for other things to do. But ultimately, there's only one important task when you're in business. It's to tell people about your value and sell it and convert that value into monetary value, profit. If you do not do that, you have not got a business. And that's all Barnum is saying. Reap and sow. And don't forget to do it.